Now then, YouTube, I hope you're all well. Something a bit different today. I'm smoking some germains rich dark flake, Virginia burley, lovely smoky woody blend, really nice. I'm going to show you a bit of what I've got to do today, and I'm going to do a workshop tour due to popular demand. So there we have it, and I'm out. This is what I've got on. This is a head off a hay turner. It's a agricultural machine, and the farmer's had a go at it. He's trying to knock this shaft out. So I'm going to warm it up with a blowtorch. I've got this bit of plate with this nut on it to locate it, and I'm going to get a good thrash with this. The 28-pound Monday hammer, also known as the Enforcer or the Persuader. And then we'll do a workshop tour of various machines we've got and what we're doing at the moment. Try and keep it nice and light and nice and interesting. So I'll just sit you back up there, and I'll let you watch me smack that for a bit. I've just lit this rich dark flake. It's struggling a little bit. I've had it drying for about half an hour. May want it a little bit longer. Bit of a workout. So as you can see, it's starting to move. Can you see here? So that's a good indication to me that once I've got some proper heat in her, she'll fly out. So the workshop tour. The workshop's always messy, I do apologise. So This is one of the welders, 360 amp, 3-phase, pulse arc synergic, so you get very little splatter. And this is a job that we do a lot of. And these are cast iron rollers, what we've made. And what we do is we manipulate the steel and weld it round. This is Jack, my apprentice's welding, not mine. As you can see, he's a decent welder. So you basically hold your welding torch there, and then while your welding torch is there, you move the tube with your other hand, like so. We make hundreds of these at a time, so we've got a jig. And here's the jig. The tube slots in here, and there's two different types of ends. That's one end, and the other end's like an angle line for pallet racking, which that goes there. There's the other welder. You just cannot replace this welder. It's a 400 amp old school basic welder, but it still remains my favourite welder. Moving round, various things under the bench. A lot of our stuff's really big stuff. I mean, that's a decent clamp, that, and that's a pair of pliers to give you some perspective. This is the drill press that featured in another video. It goes from that speed right up to that speed. Fantastic little drill, adjustable drill press, up and down on that handle. Various drills and whatnot. Most of them are MT3s, and believe it or not, that's a little drill. Toolbox for spanners and sockets, extensions, spanners, chisels, punches, files. This is the other bench. Believe it or not, there's a few jobs going off on there. This is our on-site welder. It's MIG, stick and TIG, used predominantly for MIG. It's a 200 amp, 240 volt synergic pulse arc welder. Very small, light and compact. When we got this was a game changer for on-site work. 90% of our work is on site. This is a metal worker. With health and safety warnings. I noticed I've got a mention on there. And this is used for a variety of different things. It's got a cropper on this end, of crop up to 15 mil. A notcher, again the same. And on this side, a punch. And it'll punch from 11 mil up to about 24 mil holes in 10 mil thick steel. I'll not turn it on and show it you're operating because the old girl's very noisy. This is the steel stock. offcuts, and the longer pieces up here. This is the 2-poster car ramp on the EC14, what you've all seen. Moving on, this is bandsaw. We use pro saw blades on it. We can cut pretty much anything you can manage to clamp down in the vise with that. 415 bench grinder. I naturally never showed you the scale of this bench outside of my hand. That's all solid cast, fantastic bench. It's like a giant anvil. If you're knocking anything out, like this for example, if you could get that on the bench, that'd be the ideal place for it. Under here, pipe bender, 415 again, will bend up to 4-inch pipe. Battery charger, TIG welder. That's a 200 amp TIG welder, pedal, and I use it for mainly welding aluminium and stainless. Then we've got the compressor, which will soon belong to Simon as soon as I can get the new compressor on here. Apologies for that, Simon, taking so long. This is the drills for the bigger drill, which is here. This will drill up to perhaps nearly 3-inch. As you can see, that's a good, probably a 2-inch drill in there already. So that often comes in handy when we're rebushing large farm machines, etc. And the, of course, oxyacetylene. Now we've got various other sheds and buildings with lathes and circular saws and what knows what, but this is the main area, if you like. Continue and try and get this shaft out. I won't bore you with that, but I will let you know how I've got on with getting it out, presuming I can get it out, but I'm far from being beaten yet. When I first tried this Germains Rich Dark Flake, I weren't a massive fan. In fact, to start with, I'll be honest, I only really liked aromatics, and I still really like aromatics. I think I realise now that I started with the hardest tobacco to smoke, actually, because to get the flavours from aromatic, it's a completely different deal to smoking something like this. I believe it's a lot less forgiving. You've got to smoke it a lot cooler and a lot steadier, in my opinion, and what I've found. But yeah, I still really enjoy an aromatic, but it's things like this now what I really enjoy. So yeah, I won't bore you with any more of that. But what I will do is try and get this pin out, and I'll get back to you. Well, I'm currently defeated, but throughout the day I'll keep trying. And as you can see, the scone's steaming. I don't know whether that's with thrashing at it with big hammer or using the brain too much. Either way, I'm gonna have a coffee and have another go. I've got it rigged up a little bit different to try and get a better hit at it. By the way, I used the 30-ton pullers on it originally, and it wasn't having none of it. So I'm going to weld that back on and try again, and if we're still having no luck, I'll outside we've got a press, and the ram on it is about 10 inch in diameter, so that should push it out. But I'll do another video of that if I'm still struggling. And until next time, keep it lit.